Hello, this is the second and follow-on video to the overview video. If you haven't watched that, please be sure to. What we do in this video is unpack the Strive2Thrive astronaut training and mentorship program in more detail. Starting with the 4 rocket segments. The first being dependence, the second, interdependence, the third, independence, and lastly, maturity. And each of these segments are constituted by 3 different components. And so within the context of dependence, being dependence on God, we have power for wholeness, love for service, and self-discipline for discipleship. Within the interdependent relationships with family and friends context, the 3 components are peer support and leadership skills, goal and task creation, and new life skills. Next, we have independent of parents and state. And here the components are budgeting your money and time, mentorship, and Coursera course and accommodation skills. And lastly, within a thriving and mentoring context or segment, we have personal library and leadership skills, personal journey and testimonies, and becoming a Strive2Thrive mentor. Now, furthermore, these 4 rocket segments can be broken down into 2 phases and timelines. The phase 1 is training, and this constitutes segments 1 and 2 and takes approximately 3 to 6 months. This is followed by phase 2, which is mentorship, constituting segments 3 and 4, and this is a 12 to 24 month timeline. So now that we've covered the high-level rocket design and structure, let's double-click and understand it in even more detail. Here is the one-page overview of the entire Strive2Thrive program, or your Thrive Rocket. You'll see that the 4 segments have now become 4 stages and include an extra starting stage or stage 0. The different components have also now been broken down into different stage action items. And so next we're going to examine each of the 5 stages and their associated action items as part of the journey to planet maturity, starting with stage 0, that is the rocket engines, where the focus here is on the 3 key elements that power your rocket. The first being right fight. That is, to succeed in Strive2Thrive, you will need to have your spiritual sword and shield in your hands at all times, in all seasons. Secondly, right friends. Our friends are probably the biggest influencing factor in our life. And if you want to Strive2Thrive, you are going to need the right friends. And thirdly, right phone. That is with an F, to remind us of our 3F engines. Our phones have huge potential to help us or hinder us. Strive2Thrive. Use them for the right fight with the right friends and the right apps. This is followed by stage 1, that is a rocket fuel. The focus here is ensuring your rocket has good and a reliable fuel source. This involves completing a SOZO or freed personal assessment and a serving as volunteer tool and starting to volunteer accordingly. It includes forming a Strive2Thrive group while applying the 3 P's and 3 H's in all your group work. 3 P's being participation, punctuality, and prepared, and the 3 H's being honest, humble, and hungry. And lastly is to complete the 11-week Call to Conquer Discipleship Deep Dive course, being a key ingredient in your Strive2Thrive rocket fuel. Next, we have stage 2, that is chartering your course. This is finding the right direction for your life. And the focus here is discovering how to set the right goals and how to lead yourself. This involves learning some key leadership lessons, completing the Thrive Rocket Goals and Task Creation Assessment, learning 2 new life skills, and applying for a Strive2Thrive mentor, which is research proven to be the single greatest and most effective input in helping young adults advance and succeed in almost every area of life, including reaching planet maturity. Accordingly, mentorship is Strive2Thrive's core offering and the single biggest reason for you to board the Thrive Rocket. Moving on to stage 3, that is learning how to pilot or fly your rocket. Here we move into the mentorship phase of the training program, that is assuming you qualify. The focus here is starting your mentorship sessions and preparing yourself for planet maturity by learning how to get the most out of mentorship, how to remain goal-orientated and focused, how to manage your money and your time well, and how to get an online skill or qualification. And lastly, we have stage 4, which is landing your rocket. This is about reaching your destination and landing safely. The focus here is about achieving your mission and becoming a mature and successful Strive2Thrive astronaut, and involves building your personal library and learning advanced relational and leadership skills, journaling about and testifying to your amazing Thrive Rocket journey and achievements, and ultimately becoming a Strive2Thrive mentor yourself. And finally, living on planet maturity and reaping all the benefits and attributes its 5 moons have to offer, culminating in Moon 5. And that is where I am thriving spiritually, relationally, and financially, and sufficiently wise, skilled, and experienced to mentor others. And so, all that's left for you to do now is trust in the process and those who have gone before you and landed on planet maturity. The biggest changes, and therefore your biggest challenges, will be in phase 1 training, being running on rocket fuel and chartering your course. Thereafter, phase 2 and mentorship sees you pass the halfway mark on your journey and together with your mentor, pilot and land your Thrive rocket on planet maturity. And all of this in less than 2 years. So what are you waiting for? Register on our website and become a Strive2Thrive astronaut today.